Alright, in this video we're going to be replacing a burned out bulb here in my 2013 Acadia. You see that one's burned out. That one's obviously still working. The bulb we're going to replace it with is this one here. This is from AutoZone. It's 9012 is the model number. These were about 30 bucks. And then to get started, we're going to need a number 10 Torx head bit, and you don't go in from the engine compartment where you would think. You actually got to go in from under the wheel well. What it is we're going to get to the back of the bulb, which is somewhere in here, and we're going to go in through here. So I'm going to remove this one, this one, this one, this one. Hopefully I'll have enough room to show you guys what's going on up in there. Alright, so I've gotten all the screws out of here. And if I wanted to really take my time, I would take the wheel off. So far I've just tilted it in, and I would take off this entire wheel shroud here. But I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is pull this back. I'm going to show you what I'm going to reach up there and grab and turn. Obviously I won't be able to get a good video of me actually turning it because I'm just going to put my arm up there and turn it. But you see that circle right there? It's in the middle of the frame here. It's a black cylinder. I'm going to reach in there and I'm going to unscrew it. So it should unscrew counterclockwise. Alright, and here's a picture of that cap pulled off of there. That basically, the light sits inside there, and this is the cap that sits on the back. They don't make this easy. But you can see how the hole's open there. I'm going to put my hand in there and I'm going to feel for the tabs on the light bulb. Here. I'm basically going to slide that out and put the new one on. I'll try and get some video. So I've reached, okay, so at this point I've reached up in there with my hand and I felt for the end of the bulb assembly and I turned it counterclockwise. It was about straight up and down when I was able to pull it out, and then I just kind of wiggled it back and out. You can see here, that's the burned bulb. And I'm going to go ahead, and there's a tab on the back of it, like on the back of this one here. This tab here. There's a clip, and I'm going to pull that off there. And all right, so here's a shot with the light bulb removed. You can't really see it that well, but there is a clip right there on the end that I pretty much push back with just my fingers. So I'm going to stop here and get the new bulb in. Okay, so here's the new bulb in place. So at this point, I'm going to reach up in there with my arm. And you see, look, I just barely have this cover off here. And I'm just pulling it back so I can get in there. And I'm going to reach in there with my arm. And I'm going to push that back in pretty much the same way the other one came out. So that's going to be straight up and down in there. And then I'm just going to kind of feel around and then turn it clockwise once I feel it set. Okay, so at this point, I've got the old bulb off there, and I popped the new one on there. And then before I go through the hassle of getting it all back in that housing and getting everything tightened back up, I'm going to make sure that this thing works. So it's plugged in there. Let's go ahead and go start the car. All right. And let's make sure that we have light. And we do. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and get it back up in that housing. Put the cap back on there and then re-tighten the screws. So here I have the bulb put back in there. And when I was putting the bulb in, the first thing I did is I stuck my hand in there and I felt for the hole of where the bulb was going to go. And then once I put the bulb in, it comes out the same way you put it in. So the bulb is going to be straight up and down from here. If we're looking at the bulb, when it goes in, it's going to go in like this. Not like this, not like this, like this. And then when you get it in there, you're going to use your hand and you're just going to tighten it. You'll feel it seat, and then you're going to tighten it to the right until you hear it click in place. So now that that's done, there. Basically, you're gonna take this cap and put my hand back in there and tighten the cap clockwise. And then I'm gonna tighten the shroud up and it's done. All right, so everything is tightened back up. It's just really these 4 screws here after putting that cap back on. Pretty easy. Overall, it only took me maybe 15 minutes. I would say the hard part was basically finding the headlight. I went to a couple different stores. I didn't have it in stock. So if you can and you have time, order it online. This was the cheap bulb. It's $30. The next one was $50. The next one was, I think, $33, and the next one after that was $50. You know, and if you did buy the better bulbs, you're gonna have to buy 2, and you're gonna have to replace them on both sides so your lights look even. Okay, hope this video helped you guys out.